Now, Aquarius. Aquarius. All right. So this is going on in your fifth house. In your fifth house. All right. Excuse me. That is wrong. No, I'm right. Gemini in the fifth. Aquarius rising? Yeah, they do. I'm bugging. So yeah, Gemini, Aquarius rising, got Gemini in the fifth. And you know, Aquarius sun rising, this is definitely a time that there's going to be a new level of this is a great phase for a new level of experimentation with displaying things on the stage. It's going to be a great phase for that, especially with Jupiter in the fifth house. See, thing about Jupiter transit in the fifth house, it makes sure that you're going to gain some awareness and through exploring something dealing with anything that, you know, this house is calling you to put on the stage. Now, you got Gemini in the fifth house. So anything dealing with, once again, your critical analysis, things dealing with familiarity of your surroundings, you know, your familiar traditions, cultures, ideologies, concepts from your local surroundings being displayed through your art, your creative presentation, anything through how you give awareness, through whatever format. These things create a lot of opportunity in the fifth house. All right. Gemini in the fifth house makes some good actors. Okay. I almost forgot I'm like Aquarius. This is my place, man. I'm up here like, what's house Gemini in? So this, I already told you, I already have passions for film and this, that, and the third. So, you know, Gemini in the fifth house would like to play with the duality of the flexibility of characters, jumping into different mentalities. When it comes into the fifth house, you know, you already know Gemini is a very charismatic sign once again. So it's art forms as Aquarius sun rising. You got Gemini in the fifth house. Your art forms or how you display things from an entertainment, creative, artistic point of view can relate to a lot of different places, a lot of different you know, faces and spaces. Okay, so right now, all these energies in this house, the sun is home. The sun is home. Okay, so this, you're naturally going to be center stage around this time, Aquarius. You're naturally going to be center stage in your life for things dealing with your mind, for things dealing with, you know, how unique you communicate and express things. Groups and communities you're a part of, you know, your brilliance, your ideologies about things, or your form of bringing, you know, a different idea how to do something, manifest something amongst this group work, that's gonna get exalted right now. That could get its praise right now. So you really want to embrace, you know, how, you know, your mind works, whether you've manifested situations in your life coming off opposing or rebellious or whatnot. No, there's a strong intrigue to see how your mind works right now. There's a strong intrigue to see, you know, what this Aquarius artist is going to speak about on that album this year, you know. So things dealing with your creative awareness as well too. Like you want to go ahead and embrace anything that's against the grain. All these different things that we highlight with Aquarius energy, as far as the originality, these things can get center staged heavy around this time. All right, direct access to being seen for these things. Now, you're also going to be this placement will challenge you to see how much you value these things, though. Right, so we got Venus trining you right now, so you may have other people, you know, trying to exalt you or, you know, support, uplift, encourage certain things dealing with your creative endeavors, something that you're good at, and that may show like, damn, they more excited about me doing something than I am. So you're gonna look in the mirror around this time, seeing how much you really value things that other people see that's good in you, and you need to learn how to value these things. Now, it's not a square opposition; it's a trine. It's all trine. So there's a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of revelations, a lot of new understandings about things, and partnerships in general. Just everybody's partnerships in general could go through a lot of transformation with 5 planets about to be in a air sign in the new moon time. A lot of so many reasons why as transformations could take place. People feeling like relationships holding them back. It's new moon time. I got to cut this off so I could expand and grow. You may not be saying that verbatim in your head, but spiritually, that's what's going on. So many different reasons why you could do a relationship transformation with a 5 planet new moon stellium in Gemini. So Aquarius and Libras, y'all being in the club signs, y'all got to make sure that you understand why these relationships taking you know, changing the way that they should, being careful of not trying to impose your comfort zone, because you should feel comfortable dealing with interaction, air energy, but you could be a little bit too comfortable trying to impose your ideologies on others instead of letting certain relationships transpire the way that they should, expire the way that they should. So don't become a little bit too egotistical around this time, trying to just manipulate all partnerships the way that you feel like you can to a degree. All right. So that's what's going on with Aquarius energy. And Saturn is hitting this from the square in the 5th house. Ooh, Saturn is squaring from the 8th. Saturn is squaring from the 8th. All right. So wait. Gemini in the 5th. 2nd, my bad. Saturn is squaring from the 2nd. I'm tripping. So Saturn is squaring from the 2nd house. So Aquarius sun risings, there could be a lot of things in this past year with Saturn that you've been learning with how to manage finances, seeing finances go up and down depending on what you valuing, how you value the time spent or the effort spent to build stability and security. So a lot of karma and discipline around that. Now that energy is squaring the 5th house. A lot of Aquarius sun risings is learning to take their resources and their support systems and aligning with things that they want to birth and see the value in that. Seeing the value. Remember, the 2nd house already dealing with your values too right now. So Saturn in the 2nd house is trying to help you to understand what value you have by, going through certain. There's a lot of people, Aquarius sun rises. You got Saturn in the 2nd house. There's a lot of situations where Saturn will put you in a back against the wall type of circumstance here for you to try to evoke or give life to building a new system around using a talent or something that you're already good at as a new system of building in your life here. So it get a little deep with Saturn in the 2nd house. Yeah, I know Saturn like that earth element is already dealing with structuring and building. The 2nd house dealing with that I have aspect to it. And you got Pisces here. So when it comes to all creative awareness and talents, things that you're good at, things you could use as tools, things you've been had to use as tools since day one, any of that that's been suppressed here, Saturn been going to work this past year, trying to kind of make you feel like this might be the only thing I have to use left for stability and security, or damn, like just creating a lot of circumstances for you to learn how to look at these things as a tool and a resource. So now that we got all of this popping off in your 5th house, this is a great time to see how to integrate, that feel of really valuing the creative process, really valuing the commitment towards something in the creative process, and eliminating anything that doesn't support that, eliminating anything that, especially your own ways of, looking at things from a pessimistic level. And Aquarius, you know how you do sometimes, Aquarius sunrise, y'all have some I always say y'all got some high ass thoughts. So very brilliant. A lot of the smartest people on this earth is Aquariuses, but sometimes y'all shoot yourself in the foot trying to, almost not condense things into one day at a time when it comes into such a grand idea. All right. And something I could relate to with Aquarius is that we both the sun debilitating Aquarius, it falls in Libra. So sometimes we try to develop, that creates a pattern with a Libra and Aquarius dominance, where we try to create mental shortcuts for things, for these big ideas, for these big aspirations. We trying to find different ways to take the least action, when the opposite signs, Aries, Leo, they have all the vitality in the world. They'll exhaust themselves every day in the action to get to where they're trying to get. So Aquarius and Libra dominance always have to be conscious of how have a good self-check system to see, am I trying to create shortcuts for myself? Am I trying to eliminate the work? I do believe in working smarter, not harder, but that is a thin line between these concepts here. So that's just something I want Aquarius just to keep in mind around this time. All right. But yes, aligning your value with something dealing with the creative process, and then dealing with that commitment, and analyzing all different factors that may shy you away from pouring some value and creating a system foundation for something to grow in that 5th house. All right. So that's what we got going on.